Hi everyone, Jesse here with eTrailer. Today we'll be taking a look at and I'll show you how to install the CURT custom fit trailer hitch receiver on our 2025 Lexus TX 350. Even though this is a very spacious car, it has 3 rows of seats, so if you have all those seats filled up, it kind of cuts back on your storage space. So adding a hitch is a great way to add on extra storage space to the rear of the vehicle, whether it be something like a bike rack or a cargo carrier, and you can even do some towing with it. Just remember, if you're planning on doing any towing with your Lexus, you will need to add on trailer wiring to keep you safe and legal out there. For example, I like the CURT kit that plugs directly into your tow package. Now this is a Lexus, so you know it's going to be a great looking car, and if looks are a big concern for you, I really like the way this hitch installs because the cross beams are completely hidden behind the fascia here, so all you can really see is that receiver opening. That's going to be your standard 2" by 2" opening. Behind that, we have a standard 5/8" pinhole. The pin and clip do not come included with the hitch. However, we have many options available here at eTrailer. Also, any accessory that you add on will most likely come with one included. And then on the bottom here, we have a wire type safety cable loop. Very easy to access with whatever style safety cable you have. For example, this large clevis here, or an S style like this. Now we'll take some measurements. We'll start with our ground clearance. From the ground to the top of the inside of the collar is right at 14¼ inches. Then from the center of the pinhole to the edge of the bumper is right at about 5 inches. You want to keep that number in mind for any folding accessories that you add on to make sure they don't make contact with the vehicle. For the weight capacities with this hitch, we have a gross trailer weight of 5,000 pounds. That's the amount of weight that you can pull behind the vehicle. Then we have a maximum tongue weight of 500 pounds. That's the amount of weight pushing down on the hitch. Always be sure to double check your vehicle's owner's manual to ensure your vehicle can handle that weight safely. If after watching this video you have any more questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to get you pointed in the right direction. And as for the installation with this hitch, it's honestly about as easy as it gets with hitches. However, you will have to be able to lift the weight of the hitch up above you to get that hardware started. So if it's not something that you're looking to do yourself, maybe you just don't have time to get it done before your next adventure, check out our dealer locator. You can find someone local to you that would be happy to get this set up for you. If you are looking to see how this gets installed, then follow along and I'll walk you through the process. We'll begin our installation underneath the vehicle here. We need to locate our weld nuts that we're going to use to mount our hitch up. They're going to be covered by plastic caps, so I'll take a flathead screwdriver and pop those off. So you can pretty easily get your flathead to dig under it and it kind of just pops out. So there's one back here and then one a little bit further up past our exhaust hanger. We'll pop those out, and once I get those out, I like to bring a wire brush into the threads to clean them up, and just because sometimes they can get corroded or some debris gets up in there, so helps to have that to clean it out. And once I have it cleaned out, I'll take our hardware, thread it in and out a few times just to make sure that everything's going to bolt up easy. Before we lift the hitch up, we'll just go over the hardware real quick. Each of our holes will get a bolt and a conical tooth washer. You're going to want to make sure that the teeth are facing towards the hitch. That way they bite down and hold it secure. That's a good idea to have an extra set of hands. I have my strong friend Brad here to help me out. And we'll lift it into place. Both of us have a set of hardware in our hands. We will have to make it above that exhaust hanger. That's the one tricky part. Then get your holes lined up and we'll thread one bolt on both sides. That'll hold it into position so we can get the rest of our hardware out. Now we'll snug everything down with a 19mm or a 3/4 inch socket. We'll go over all of our hardware with a torque wrench to make sure that it's torqued down to the specifications in the instructions. Once you have it torqued down, that's going to do it for our look at and installation of the CURT custom fit trailer hitch receiver on our 2025 Lexus TX 350.